Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happily, heavenly birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. Martin Luther King, in the last days of his life, had realized that he had been used. Hey, I bring it every day. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. realized that a lot of things that he took us into that he was wrong about. He should have been teaching us separate but equal. Dr. Martin Luther King used to call President J. Edgar Hoover and say, "What about my people? What about this? What about that?" When I see a picture of them putting that man, Obama, by Dr. Martin Luther King, I think it's a disgrace to have a picture of Barack Obama alongside Dr. Martin Luther King, because Dr. Martin Luther King would have been calling Barack Obama saying, "Well, what about your people? No reparations. They're still living in the ghettos. They're still putting drugs. We still get no respect. We still are considered 3/5 of a human being on the Constitution. What about your people, Barack?" So anybody can miss me. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of Darlene April, my legal name, April Showers Network, my 2 YouTube channels, and it is what it is. We can agree to disagree, but I'm just giving my input and what I've read and my research that I've done. What I like about Dr. Martin Luther King is he gathered people, the Negro race or colored race, I don't know, whatever we were called back then. And them people got out there and they marched and they packed them lunches and they got up and they went and fought for a cause. They was not worrying about who was talking to who. what type of dress somebody was wearing, who liked who supported who. They fought for the cause. They fought for the cause, and they kept all of the BS rhetoric out of their minds. And just think about things they got done. Boy, that Memphis bus and boycott, woo, they crippled Memphis. They didn't like that. And then my people, who you can't tell nothing to, how the separation and the division still keeps going on to this day. You know, it has been proven, and there is a full confession that Dr. Martin Luther King was alive and he was smothered in the hospital. But you people, my people who you can't tell anything to, for years y'all said, oh, Jesse Jackson did it. Oh, this person did it, John Lewis. Anybody that was with him that day, y'all blamed it on him. And here the government did this. I guess I better say allegedly. They might take my channel. I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's no freedom of speech anymore. Allegedly. A lot of deathbed confessions have come out. A lot of deathbed confessions have come out. You still cannot tell my people nothing. Nothing, not one doggone thing. And then when the confession came out and the report, some of y'all still didn't want to believe, oh, they're just lying. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that was not the name he was born with. He changed his name. Was alive and was smothered in the Memphis hospital. And the confession, it was a confession, and there's a report. But my people, well, we still hate each other. We talk a good game. We learn about the wrong things. We believe every black person that was with him that morning, standing on that balcony, had something to do with it. You can't make this ish up. Dr. Martin Luther King realized that he would not get us where we needed to be because he realized he had been used to keep the peace. Because if we would have went with Malcolm, we would have had our own. We wouldn't have been trying to be like them. We would have had our own restaurants. our own business, more respect for each other, because we are architects, nurses, doctors, lawyers, seamsters. We're everything. See, he was teaching integrate with some people that didn't want us. And that's just my take on the whole Dr. Martin Luther King situation from my research and study. What I do like is when he did write a letter to the clergymen when he was jailed. You had clergymen of all races, color, creed, and religions to win out. His letter that he wrote when he was jailed in Birmingham, Alabama. So you did have people of other colors and other races and religions and political views that did believe that the black man should not be treated like dogs. Martin Luther King Jr. had a lot of dreams, and this is his speech.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a speech that would define the civil rights movement and his legacy. This, of course, was his I Have a Dream speech, delivered on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
The March on Washington served as a massive push for economic and political justice for African Americans. Held during the year celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, crowds marched on the National Mall to watch a variety of musical performances and speeches. Dr. King, a Baptist preacher and prominent civil rights leader, was scheduled to speak towards the end of the day, his debut on the national stage. Up until that point, King mostly addressed small crowds at black churches, rallies, or fundraisers. This time, he would be seen by nearly 250,000 people on the ground, as well as millions at home watching on television. This was an opportunity to reach a wide audience and persuade the public and the government to take action against racial injustice. The night before, King worked with a close group of advisors to get the speech just right. They worked through the night, settling on a final draft in the pre-dawn hours of August 28th. Interestingly, the phrase, "I have a dream," a phrase he used in earlier speeches, was nowhere to be found in this copy. The words wouldn't manifest until almost halfway into Dr. King's speech, when gospel singer Mahalia Jackson, who had performed earlier in the day, called out to him from the sidelines to tell them about the dream. King set his prepared remarks aside and improvised the rest, crafting a soaring speech that would sear into the minds of millions of Americans.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
The speech was divided into two parts. The first listed the injustices that African Americans faced: segregation, police brutality, disenfranchisement, and discrimination, and urged a call to nonviolent action. The second launched into King's dream of peace and racial harmony, a vision of a future in which people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream.
Highlighting King's skills as a preacher, I Have a Dream was part sermon and part poetry, using rhetorical devices like repetition, rhyme, and vivid metaphor to drive his points home. It was peppered with historic, biblical, and literary references that moved the crowd. This message of struggle and hope became the defining moment not only of King's career, but also the civil rights movement. Both the speech and the March on Washington were credited with helping secure the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a landmark piece of legislation that ended segregation and banned discrimination on the basis of race or sex in the workplace.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
The speech also resonated with activists around the globe. I have a dream. The phrase that wasn't even meant to be in his final draft appeared in political actions all around the world. It's considered one of the world's most transformative and influential speeches, alongside others like Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Winston Churchill's Blood, Toil, Tears, and Sweat. I Have a Dream is only one of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s many achievements, but it's nonetheless one of the most pivotal.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Hello. Hello, retirement days. So I have a dream that one day I won't see police officers beating men as the same color of skin that I have while they're in handcuffs, shackles. I have a dream that everybody will be treated fairly when it comes to sentencing. I have a dream that we will become closer. Families will unite. I have a dream that we won't let evil, demonic spirits and thoughts tell us who we should support and not support. I have a dream that we will all start learning to respect each other. I have a dream that people will respect what's written in the word, no matter what religion you practice. And I know that word in most Bibles, what it say. It just blows my mind how we were so against a man that was like no more of having children be able to change their body parts with what they was born with. But y'all was cool with that because you hated somebody else because of the way they talked and stuff. You were cool with the man that passed crime bill acts that locked up a lot of us people in the 90s. I don't get this with my people. I do not get it. I just don't get it. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Angie. I don't get it. I don't get that we have performers that performed, entertainers that performed for an event. Regardless of what event it was, they are performers and they get paid. These people was not campaigning for any candidate. We've had to respect every president and their decisions that what they've made while they've been in office. But we've made one person into the bad guy. I'm still seeing police brutality. I'm still seeing discrimination. And a lot of this behavior is taught or it's learned. Sorry about that. But we have gotten so, can't nobody tell us nothing. And the truth can be sitting you right there in your face, and you still don't want to accept the truth. They took away affirmative action to reach certain quotas of minorities being able to get jobs. See, minorities do not have the luxuries of knowing um, people that own construction companies, architect countries, that are nurses, lawyers, this knowledge that could be passed down. So they took out all of the job training programs. So most people won't think glorifying the hood, being a dope dealer and a rapper, disrespecting people, hurting your community is what you should do. I have a dream that the majority of my people will be on the Supreme Court. I have a dream that they're going to rewrite the Constitution and a black person is considered all human, not 3/5. I have a dream we will learn how to respect. I have a dream that just because something don't go your way, they go low, we go high. Huh? Yeah, Big Mike. Okay. I don't know what y'all gonna do when y'all find out that was the biggest scam run on our people by our people, allegedly. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Oh, y'all gonna still say it ain't true. I have a dream that people would just learn how to respect everybody. If you respected everybody and didn't think it was about you, and your opinion is the only one that counts, and you could only see things that's gonna fit your scenario instead of listen to the other person's viewpoint, the evidence could be sitting right there in front of my people and they still would not listen. Because that means the lie you've been telling in history or in the family or what you done lied about other people and stuff, then that means it holds no value because the truth has been revealed. I have a dream that my people will stop voting for candidates that bring up reparations. Y'all set up there, the people in California, Newsom let y'all made black people in California think they was getting ready to get some reparations, and look what he did. You can't make this mess up. But happy heavenly birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King. You tried. You started a great mission. And I know you will be sad because everybody has hijacked the civil rights movement. Every other nationality, all other causes have hijacked the civil rights movement that was meant for black people to be equal. This is April Showers. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't hate anybody. I don't hold anybody responsible for what happened back then in that day. When I hear people say, if I was living back then, I wouldn't have been doing that. Yes, you would have, because you was living back in a time that you didn't know no better. I have a dream that the next 4 years are going to be better. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, ooh, oh my goodness. Now he in office. We getting ready to become, this is the alleged talk. We getting ready to become under dictatorship. We ain't going to be able to buy nothing to eat. I couldn't even get medicine last week. Medicare sucks. And Trump ain't even in office. I've looked at previous administrations give money to other countries and not do nothing for the United States. And you gonna tell me I ain't seen nothing yet? Man, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it up. You can't make it up. But this is the thinking some of you people have. How worse can it get when migrants can come over here and eat free, get free housing, and we're still being discriminated for housing? They're only going to let us go so far.
Hyaluronic acid micromolecules for intense hydration that goes deeper within skin surface layer.
What you gonna play now? Bobby? I don't know. But whatsoever I play, it's got to be, 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 fuck, it's got to be, it's got to be. It's got to be, 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 it's got to be. Sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners. Will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with.
Oh Lord, he said, I have a dream. The state of Mississippi. Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. With the injustice. And they still had a water crisis. Brett Fire, a rich man, stole from the Mississippi Welfare Department. Mississippi Valley State Marching Band got a standing ovation. That's right, B. Girl, I was dozing on and off, and I jumped up. And all the smack y'all talked about that band going down there. All that stuff that you sorry people talk. Bands, wherever they go, bands have been having fundraisers. They've been having car washes, pancake breakfasts, selling food, selling lunches, selling anything to get to where they needed to go. And because it was Donald J. Trump, y'all wanted to make a fuss. I can't with y'all. I can't. Because this could be a highlight. They got more exposure. Now the whole world, other countries, see what our marching bands from HBCU colleges can do. We're our own worst enemy. We would have rather not let these kids go get a standing ovation for their talents to be seen by other countries because we so stuck on stupid because it was Donald Trump. I've had to respect the office with every president that they have in that office. Yes, they got some great exposure other than being rappers. Nothing against the rappers, because they're entertainers too. They get paid. But here you had college students and HBCUs, let me tell you, our marching bands, they get down. More they playing, they dancing, they marching, they doing everything. Maybe next year they'll get invited to go to Tokyo, to China, to Paris. Maybe these kids, they'll be famous. Now they'll be famous all around the world, other countries. But y'all couldn't think past that because it was Donald Trump. I hope this marching band and all of the rest of our HBCU's marching bands can get the exposure that they so deserve. Are they showing it now, B? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. So I got my other phone here. Let me see. I was watching one show. But yeah, people was talking about we're not going to give them money. They shouldn't be giving money. My people, y'all something else. Y'all are something else. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Y'all something else. You guys was that ignorant and talked so much stuff that you would not want some kids that are going to a HBCU college that's very talented, that's known for their marching bands, to see the great talent that these bands have. Because you are still walking around with the crabs in the barrel mentality. Still got the crabs in the barrel mentality. You would have rather not see these kids go there and not get the attention that they surely deserve. And guess what? Ain't it a shame? It came from Donald Trump. Ain't that a shame? Lord, have mercy. You can't make this stuff up. I have a dream that HBCUs will be marching for president inauguration. See, y'all the haters. Y'all the ones still practicing hate. What was so wrong with him wanting a black marching band? What was so wrong with him wanting that? We are own worst haters amongst our people. I have a dream that the gatekeepers such as Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, and I'm starting to wonder about Willie D. Live now. I have all of you gatekeepers that's been keeping the plan going where it could only be so many of us doing this. I I can't wait till these people are gone. I'm so proud that that band made it down there and they did the damn thing. I hope next year I see them over in Tokyo. Y'all ain't gonna invite them to y'all stuff. All of these people, these gatekeepers, Rolando Martin, D.L. Tigley, Titty Hughley, Ricky Smiley, all of these people, what have they been in control of that they've been able to make a I have a dream moment? They're crabs in the barrel people is what they are. They have a dream. They're pushing the dream that they have been paid to keep the hate going. I'm dropping the link so you can come up here, B, and tell us about this marching band. Being that we built this country, all of our, along with the Indians, and all of our patents was taken, everything was taken from us. Really, we should be invited at everything. It shouldn't be a pointer if they're gonna go. Okay, I'll let you set up. I'll give you a few minutes. And I just did this show on a whim because I said, wow, I went and looked at my other YouTube channel, and I've done Martin Luther King shows, but I just, but I'm going to keep on talking my stuff. I'm going to keep on talking my stuff and seeing what I see wrong with my people. The programming, the way we think, the way we want to tell other people what to do, the way we have selective outrage. And actually, we're starting to distribute, in my opinion, allegedly, we are the ones demonstrating the hate. You didn't have no hate for Kamala Harris when she told you she wasn't going to do nothing only for blacks. You didn't have no hate for Bill Clinton and Biden when they passed that Crime Bill Act, or when Hillary Clinton called black men savages. Y'all gave them a pass. See, y'all too, the too flip-floppy for me. Anytime somebody don't do something, y'all got to call them coons and all of this. You can't make this ish up. I'm sure Martin Luther King had a dream that a HBCU would be marching for a president inauguration. Due to the temperatures, because we have below wind chills, that's why I've been in the bed under a heated blanket and 2 extra blankets. It's cold, so they did it inside. I thought it was a nice inauguration along with the rest of them. You know, it's nice to look at the birds of a feather that flock together, whether they're Democrat or Republican, get all dressed up, made promises to us little small people, and they don't care about us. Those people are in a whole nother league. They don't care. They don't care about us. And we arguing about some people. Oh, some might care. But do they really care? They're not going to swap places with us. Hey, and check this out. And I'm going to have to change the title. Happy Heavenly Birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King and Inauguration. Because I can talk about them both. So we had, why would Biden pardon Dr. Fauci. Why would he pardon him if he was such a great whatever he was, Um, remember, he's been over. Oh shoot, that's what I say. This was an unprepared show. Hold on, hold on. Hey B,
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. You sound great.
Good, 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 girl. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That just made the rest of my day right there. And
Can
I
you
didn't even
show us?
realize. Hmm.
Can you show us any video from the from Mississippi Valley State University,
Um,
or it's not
I
available yet?
don't know. I don't know. Right. I don't know if it's available yet. They just
Okay.
finished too, and I was like, just strolling through YouTube and clicked on the inauguration link, and I saw all these different bands, and I'm like, I wonder if Mississippi Valley came yet. And we were sitting here talking and talking, and then all of a sudden the announcer said, all the way from Mississippi, the Green Mean Marching Machine, Mississippi Valley State University. Girl, I was too through because I
Girl,
was wondering had they made it or not.
yeah, our people dogged them out. They didn't even want them kids to go. Talking
I
about
was
the
so
other
happy.
people should pay for it. I'm glad they made it, and I'm glad they showed them people what they working with.
And the people enjoyed it. They gave them a nice
Yeah.
standing ovation and they cheered them. It was so beautiful, girl. It was so
Yes, yes.
beautiful.
So I hope
I
they go to
loved it.
Paris
I'm
next
so
year.
thankful that they went.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so thankful.
Only our people. You know, we
I'm so
we
thankful. The moment that they can see. And let me ask you this, April. Let me ask you this. Have you ever known an inauguration to be held, the inauguration parade to be held inside?
the reason they held it inside is because we got, well, I know here in Illinois and out there we got sub below zero temps. That's why. It was only due to the weather.
Oh, I figured that, but
The
I've
weather,
never
and
seen.
then of course they made attempts on his life.
What's what's the weather like? What was the weather in DC? Because that's what it.
We at 37, so I know it's colder in DC. Or the same.
Yeah. But to have it outside, you don't know what them people would have did, girl.
Yeah,
I
it's
would have
21.
put
It's
nothing
21
past them.
degrees
You
in DC.
know,
No, my
yeah,
question to you was: have you ever seen it inside before? Because I have never seen them hold one
neither
inside.
have I.
Okay,
Maybe the parties, but not the actual inauguration. It's always been in the code with them having on fur coats and stuff.
right, right,
But
right,
they tried to it's been so many assassination attempts
right,
on this
right,
man
right,
that
right,
you can't take that chance.
right,
And they still don't want to accept that the J6 was not his fault. Even with
right.
that report coming out, you know.
I just don't know
Now,
what's wrong with our. I just don't know what's wrong with some
yeah.
black people. I
Now
just don't
check
know what's
this
wrong
out.
with some black people. I just
See,
don't know what's wrong with
I
some.
don't know neither. Hey, we got our co-host D and Jules. And Jules is our guy in the background. So you do know that
Our background
Biden,
co-host.
Biden, he pardoned Fauci.
Yeah, me and Jules was just talking about that.
Why would he do that if the man hadn't did nothing
Me and
wrong?
Jules was just
This-
talking about that.
See, this is the man. What was he? Dr. Fauci is over the entire medical center for the United States. So these are the people that's been telling us we've got it. And you know what? I can't even say it because the last time I asked somebody's opinion on vaccinations, girl, they gave me a strike. But anyway, these Dr. Fauci was part of a group of people that told you we had to take the vaccinations or you wouldn't have jobs. So what's going to come out where you've already pardoned him? What's up with this?
I'm kind of mad at myself for not recording that video. I'm sorry.
Don't that seem suspicious to you? It seems so suspicious to me.
Concerning January 6th.
I'm confused.
That's what Biden pardoned for.
Now,
him and a retired general that used to work for the Department of Defense too, that had something to do with January 6th.
April, are you still there?
He's pardoning all the people because actually they didn't call in for assistance when they should have.
So what was Fauci convicted of?
No, he gave Fauci a future pardon because something's ready to come out. What's ready to come? Yeah, what did Fauci do?
Exactly.
That's what's scary.
I am so confused right now.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find some video. Hold on.
Biden pardons. Okay, hold on. It says Biden pardons Fauci, Milley, and members of January 6th
committee members.
Panel? What?
So what he did?
I'm so confused. It says Joe Biden is one. Joe Biden was fired as a president, pardoned other.
Hold on. Hold on. I think I got some.
Right now, article up.
Hold on.
In the final hours of his
article.
Hold on.
Washington correspondent John Carl for more on this. And John, we know there are now preemptive pardons being issued by President Biden for those who were targeted during the campaign, received threats from Donald Trump.
This is a major development, a big last move, one of the last moves for President Biden. As you know, George, during the campaign, Donald Trump spoke about retribution. He and his supporters talked about prosecuting people like Anthony Fauci, members of the January 6th committee, General Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who Trump even suggested. So President Biden has just issued preemptive pardons for all of them, saying, quote, these public servants have served our nation with honor and distinction and do not deserve to be targets of unjustified and politically motivated prosecutions. So again, this is Anthony Fauci. This is the committee members and staff of the January 6th committee.
Yeah,
and
we hear
General Mark Milley.
I can still hear you.
Members of the Capitol Police who testified before the January 6th committee. At the end of this statement announcing these pardons, President Biden makes it clear this is not an admission of guilt. He says the issuance of these pardons should not be mistaken as acknowledgement that any individual engaged in any wrongdoing. He says what he is doing is protecting them from possible and, in some cases, threatened political prosecutions.
Explain in practical terms how this is likely to work, John.
Well, this means that
we know how it's about to work. Governor Fauci made everybody take that, the jab, because that's what we got to say, right? The jab.
Okay.
Is that even possible? I didn't know that they could do that. So
so he's doing this for future stuff. Then the J6, we know that the Democrats had something to do with it. So he's doing it. He did this so they could never be prosecuted, along like what he did with his son, while you people talk about Trump so much, his son, who was over there on his laptop, all kind of child PORNOGRAPRHY with 10 and 11-year-olds
Where?
in China. I mean, these people are something else, girl. They're a piece of work. Hey, come on, brother. Hey, my mouthpiece. So what he did is he's put in effect like you can't never touch them. Even though it's come out that the J6, that Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, and all of them had something to do because it was supposed to have been a peaceful protest. And when they were saying it was getting out of control, she didn't make the phone call for extra security to come in. You can't make this ish up. So that would be like me, Darlene April, from now on, anything that you done, see what I say? How they full of shit. Back to the point I was making. Darlene April, anything that you have done, you can't be prosecuted for. Because they're mad because the president is in office and they did the same thing. Like, don't nobody care about who he done slept with. So they're just doing the tit for tat thing, B. That's all. If y'all voted for Trump and he was a convicted felon, well, I'm going to make it. So if these people, no matter what they did, even if it comes out that they lied, even if it comes out that they didn't care about our health allegedly, that y'all can't be prosecuted. You with me, B?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, they're so mad because Trump made it back in office with all of these charges. So that was, like we still gonna stick it to them. They still on this tit for tat. With him pardoning his son was like, but I get it, because if I had the power, I ain't gonna never let my son go to jail neither, or prison. People can say whatever they want to. If we had the power, we not gonna let none of our kids go to prison. But
Right. People
he
sitting up
won't.
here doing all this talking, but they know good and daggone well if one of their
Mhm.
children was in trouble, if they had the opportunity to help their children
Yeah,
get out of trouble or stay out of trouble, or if they had the opportunity to pardon one of their children, they'll do the same thing.
they
Hey,
would do the
Pang.
same thing. I wasn't mad at
Thank
Biden,
you.
but it's just the fact, it's the people, it's the rhetoric. But y'all talking about what Trump did. Well, honey, Hunter Biden done did the whole thing. I think Hunter Biden is Joe Biden's karma for throwing all the black men in prison for crack.
Mm,
You
mm.
know, so he's got to look at what he did, how he destroyed families, because his family has been destroyed. Came right to your doorstep, right through your son. You didn't even try to help people with crack. Lock them up. You didn't even think of it as an addiction, like y'all thought meth was. Lock them up. They savages. Meth came out, girl. They sent them to
Lock them up
clinics.
and throw away the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'ma drop the link in case my come on brother. And I be going to their shows too. He's a young kid and He's pretty much on the court.
Out there right now at the inauguration. He gonna sign him right there.
Child. Well, I'm just
I
happy
don't
for the
care.
marching band. So
Hey, check this out.
I
And
got
I
my
don't care if Michelle, Big Mike Obama didn't go to the inauguration. Nah. You don't like him because he's really getting ready to expose y'all now. Remember, remember Trump was the one that kept saying, check his birth certificate, check other things. See?
uh-huh.
I don't know what to say about them people. Because they had gotten away from policies, things like they were more into experimenting with our kids and stuff. Now that's just my opinion. Doing everything that was, I wonder if aliens was running the Democratic Party. And aliens, please don't come after me. I'm just expressing my opinion.
Well, I'm just thankful. I'm just, girl, you just don't know how I can't stop thinking about that marching band. I just can't.
Yeah. I'm glad they made it. They
And Snoop
showed up.
Dogg and
They
Nelly.
showed out. Yeah. Yeah, they act like Snoop Dogg and them was campaigning. They were paid performers. Paid performers. If any, to get invited to go to the White House would be an honor. I remember I was so happy. Remember when Kanye was going to the White House and he was
Yeah.
taking Larry Hoover's grandson? And I used to be so glad. Whether Trump listened to him or not, I said at least he had him in there.
Yeah, but black people was mad about that too.
They was mad about that too. You black folks, y'all ain't never satisfied. You still
Steve
got the
Harvey
crabs
went.
in the barrel.
Steve Harvey went. They was mad about
Yeah,
that. But
they was mad about that.
the only thing is Steve Harvey broke down. Broke. Steve Harvey didn't stand 10 toes down. He ended up not liking Donald Trump after that, or for whatever reason.
Why?
I don't
They
know.
ain't no different than each other. All of these
I
folks
don't
who got
know.
skeletons. I'm to the point, like, I'm concerned about your policies because nobody's perfect. I'm concerned about your policies. I want to make sure I don't see no more illegal immigrants come over here and get more of this money, and we have never gotten reparations. But y'all was willing to
I don't,
vote for that because you hate Trump so much?
Started flying the order.
I don't think we're gonna ever get reparations.
No, we'll
I
never
really
get them.
don't.
It's too far out. We should have got them back once when Abraham Lincoln and
Excuse me.
was assassinated, and Hoover changed that. Yeah, it was over with. It was over with because Abraham Lincoln sent William Sherman to go down there and see how they can help the black people be self-sufficient after they were freed, and that was to give them 40 acre, well, an acre or more, and a mule, so we will be able to take care of ourselves. And Hoover said, I'll be damned if I let these people be free.
Right,
I don't
right.
think Lincoln's body was cold. And they rescinded that girl. They threw them slaves off the property and everything. And ain't not one president that fought for that. But especially since y'all been so loyal to the Democratic Party. Y'all never asked them for nothing?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. All of this Black
Like we don't
Caucus,
deserve. We don't deserve. We don't deserve anything.
like all of the Black Caucus, all of this Black Lives Matters was funded by those people. Martin Luther King was funded by another person to keep Malcolm X from growing. And they stolen from us. They don't talk about the money that woman stole that was Black Lives Matter, buying houses and stuff.
Right.
They don't talk about that.
Well,
But it's like this.
we know.
As I've been doing for all of my life and what my grandmother told me, God got us. Okay? So it don't matter who is president, but I would like to see some things change. But as long as we got these gatekeepers and one track mind thinking people, and if my parents was alive, I know my mother would be on this Democratic plantation. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, it was brainwash put into them, and they would do the same. She would be, well, no, she might have not. I don't know. Yeah. But I know they did teach us to vote when we went to vote on policies. It didn't matter who was in office. It didn't matter if you was Democrat or Republican, you know. But for me to sit up here and say things getting ready to be worse, I ain't even going to put that out in the atmosphere. Any video yet of the Martin Van?
I don't see any. I was just looking for some.
Okay.
What's up?
How you been feeling? Ooh.
I
I
have no
want to tell any.
complaints. Girl,
I want to tell
oh my
anybody.
goodness. DL Hughley going off again.
I wonder how much they paying him.
DL Hughley going off
Yeah.
on Nelly and Snoop.
Yeah. hmm They are acting.
What
They
is
didn't
wrong with
tell
you?
us to vote. Ain't it funny? I mean, if people can't see this, but the thing of it is, they got people that will listen to them. So the gatekeeping still continues. The brainwashing, you know.
He is such an a-hole.
Alright.
And this is coming from a man. How can a man tell me something and he did not believe his own daughter when his own daughter came to him and said, Daddy, your friend messed with me. And I gotta say allege. Remember that, B?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say
Do
it again.
do you remember when D.L. Hughley told all of his radio listeners his daughter came to him and told
Hmm.
him that his friend was messing with her and he
Hmm.
didn't even believe his daughter?
Right. Yep. I
Now, you
remember.
think I would ever listen to that man?
Mm, mm. The nerve of some
You
people,
can't
man.
make this stuff up. And how did he get this big platform? I need to know how people like Charlemagne the God Charlemagne the God,
You know what? I
who
don't
brags
understand
about
about Charlemagne.
giving women Spanish fly, but
How did he
he's
end up
able
in
to
the
have
R.
a big
Kelly?
platform.
How did he end up in the R. Kelly documentary? That's what I don't understand.
And
Why?
he gave a woman, an underage girl, Spanish fly. See, this is how warped these people have got y'all.
And why was he in that documentary? I don't understand it. Somebody need to
Why would
answer
you
my
be talking
question.
about another man and you did the
And he was
same thing?
accused.
Yeah,
What they call him?
lesser charge, girl. He
Lesser
pleaded guilty,
charge.
got a lesser charge. Kwame Brown called him the lesser charge man. He gave an underage girl Spanish fly, and his family had money, and he was able to not do time and stuff. But, but, he's able to talk about another man with the same charges.
Well, I just wanted to hop on to talk about the marching band and how proud I was that they made it to the inauguration. I'm getting ready to
That's
hop
what our
down.
people do. Yeah, we going to
And
hop
April,
down. Thanks, B,
yeah.
for coming up. I want to tell people this new flu virus that they have out. I've had this new flu virus for 15 days now. And this flu virus, girl, done broke me all the way down. This flu virus is worse than when I had my breast removed. This flu virus had me thinking I wasn't going to make it. Hey, yeah, interesting that you just said that they have out. Hey, Breezy. Yeah, because, you know, they, I believe they put out different different strands, is my opinion. Different strands. Something happens. I mean, when you go get a flu shot, it's not for the strand of flu that's out. Again, this is my opinion only. But this new flu virus that they put out had me thinking I was not gonna make it. I I've been sick. I I can't get well. I'm just still. It was worse than having my breast removed. My whole body hurt. Some days I'd rather have been dead than to be living. Now, if I got a witness to this, I need a witness. I got a witness, but they're not gonna come on the podcast. I'm telling you how this new flu virus had me feeling. Yes. Oh, Breezy said the virus is vicious. Yes. Girl, my body hurts so bad because, of course, from radiation and other things, to get rid of the cancer in my body, my bone mass is low. So I have osteopenia, osteoarthritis. So this new flu, it's attacking your bones and joints. Well, the flu attacks your bones and joints anyway. But girl, when I tell you, I just was like, wow. I'm telling you my experience. My experience. Does anybody know, the last I checked, TikTok is back up. Does anybody know what's going on with TikTok? Um, so it is what it is. This is April Showers. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of mine and my guests. Everybody is free to express their opinions, and we respect those, even if they do not agree with us. Oh, I'm glad I made it. I've got some tea. I did a little short tea that my sister and them drink, so I got that tea. Um, oh boy. And really, to be honest, I'm having trouble with memory and different things. Yeah. I have all of my paperwork where I went to urgent care, and it's 4 strands of flu now. But this one, and I was running a temperature. This was awful, awful. But I'm a believer in the higher power. It ain't over till he say it's over. But yeah, I've been drinking a lot of tea, a lot of juices, because I really can't eat anything. And one of the medicines that they have me taking for this flu is penicillin. And I can't take nothing. I mean, penicillin with potassium, some Demi-flu. Man, they got me on 4 different prescriptions, and I really can't hold anything on my stomach. Every time I eat something, it comes right out. So I've given up eating for a minute. I'm just gonna drink stuff. I'm ready to drink more orange juice, make more tea. I'm just drinking hot and cold beverages. And I'm like, come on, body. I speak life to my body, and I've been telling my body, come on now, baby, you done survived breast cancer twice. You done survived this. I'm like, ain't no flu getting ready to take me out of here. I ain't. But it's been some days, and I still don't feel all the way right. So, anyway, so to do a recap, Dr. Martin Luther King, he knew he would not reach the mountaintop with us. He had figured out that they had put him in place um, to go against Malcolm X. Um, Dr. Martin Luther King saw that before he passed. Dr. Martin Luther King was alive. Dr. Martin Luther King was smothered in the Memphis hospital. The United States government had us believing everybody from Andrew Young to Jesse Jackson had something to do with Martin Luther King's death, and we believed it. We looked at these other people. That's just what we did. President Trump was elected today. Um, you know, me, all of my life, I was taught to vote on policies, what somebody believe in, not because they're Democrat or Republican. Um, whoever performers are paid to perform. I don't think Nelly nor Snoop Dogg owes nobody no explanation. I think the people that told us to vote for Kamala Harris owe us the explanation. But they were not campaigning; they were paid performers. I think it's an honor. I would think it would be an honor to go to the White House. Um, okay, drink it is hot. Oh, I got some Theraflu, and what I was doing with that Theraflu is I was making like a short version of hot toddy. I was putting whiskey and lemons in the Theraflu. I did that. Okay, Trump got TikTok back up. Yeah, that cold's got me on the liquid diet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some chicken broth. Yeah, yeah, Breezy. He knew he was being led into a burning house. Okay, B. So B, we got the people here that's what ready to um I could remember a lot of people. I could say for myself now, Trump was saying some 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 ignorant stuff. That first time Trump just said anything that came out of his mouth. But when you've been your own boss, but that wouldn't make it seem like he didn't see what was going on in the world. But a lot of people, the first term, term, a lot of black people. Oh no, yeah. Oh, they all got Donald Trump live. Everybody meet Pan. Pan and I used to DJ. But see, Breezy, a lot of people, they don't get what Kanye was talking about. They get it now. They get it now. But see, that's what I say. We don't respect everybody. We don't respect everybody's views and opinions. Our people. We don't. And hey, I love me some Kanye. Kanye is very smart and intelligent. He told it like it was. He told us the real deal of what's going on. And so it is what it is. Some are going to listen, some are not. At the end of the day, I I don't want this country to be attacked by migrants, another country. I still want us to be strong. So I've got to stand behind whatever president, just like I had to stand behind that one I thought was really going to get in there and do something for black people because he was black. Uh-oh, B Sparrow, say wait. She coming with something. You know, um, remember when Ice Cube had a plan and Joe Biden let Cardi B come to the White House instead of Ice Cube? I can tell people 1,000 things Joe Biden did that really showed he didn't care. But they would still say they would have voted, still kept voting Democratic. Yeah, Trump signing them executive orders because he's signing them for all of them J6 people that they put in prison to be released. Mhm. So y'all know the world is a stage. You know, we just looking at it revolve. You know, it's a whole stage. Yeah, Trump signing them executive orders. Send them people back. Let's take care of America first. See, Trump letting them know what a president could do. Because when they try to make excuses for all these other presidents, I said, when the president is the president can sign executive orders. Honey, Melania, honey, she looked shy today, honey. That was the cold hat she had on. I said, ooh, I would love to have one of them hats on. Go on, girl. As I thought Big Mike had on a nice dress too at the night of the inauguration. Well, anyway, this is April Showers. Love those that love you. Respect other people's opinion. It's not always about your way. Stop having a 1 point vision, like it's not about you. Um, I say for 2025, I hope he get rid. I hope us, wait a minute, what we call now? Foundational Black Americans. I hope we can get rid of people like um Roland Martin, the D.L. Hugleys, the Ricky Smileys. We don't need them. They're gatekeepers. They're gatekeepers. Do your own research. Don't let these people's opinion sway you either way. You know, everybody changes. Some people I didn't like, I like them now. I got a better understanding of them. You know, we all change. We all change. Everybody, have a great night. April showers, I'm out.